Hey guys, it's their boss, and today we're going to be reviewing Wonder Woman. Don't worry guys, this is non-spoiler review. Nothing will be said here, don't worry. Let's start off with the premise of the film. The film centers around Diana, Princess of Themyscira, aka Wonder Woman, and it's basically her origin story. Steve Trevor, Chris Pine's character, crash lands on Themyscira, and a whole battle ensues between the Amazonians and the Germans, and the film takes place in World War One. So yeah, just for some context. And she sees the horrors of war and knows that she has to go and battle the forces of evil. And basically, she finds her true calling and her origins. And a whole bunch of things ensue, and it's one hell of a ride. Take a look.
This young woman.
She's my,
Diana, Princess of Themyscira.
Prince, Diana Prince. If you believe that this war should stop, help me stop it right now.
What are you?
You will soon find out.
Wonder Woman.
I think this is my first review. I'm just gonna lay out how how reviews on the channel will usually work. I'm gonna start off by going over positives, and then move on to some negatives, and then give my overall rating. The rating will always be unique. I'll always rate it out of an object that's from the film that I am reviewing. Wait to the end. You'll see what I'm talking about. So let me start off with some of the positives. First off, Gal Gadot. Man, she's just perfect. Whoever casted her as Wonder Woman made the best choice possible. I'm telling you. Just her emotion and the way she just embodies everything that you can think of when you think about Diana, Princess of the Themyscira, aka Wonder Woman. She's just the ideal Wonder Woman. She's beautiful. She's intelligent. She has emotion. She has strength. She is the true embodiment of Wonder Woman. I'm just telling you. And, I've been reading a lot of reviews from critics that actually enjoy and founding opinions, but honestly, some of them are stating that the film was great, but Gal Gadot was directed to be okay in the movie. Honestly, that's just a bunch of crap. Honestly, I don't know how you can say that the film was great, but the leading star of the film was just directed to be okay. No. Her lines are great. She delivers them beautifully. Her action sequences, you actually believe that she is doing all the action in the sequences. You can see some of the CGI, but for some of the crazy sequences. But overall, it's just really impressive what she delivered as Wonder Woman. And I don't understand this criticism of people saying that she was just directed to be okay, quote unquote. I just don't know. I don't see it. The next positive of the film was definitely the chemistry between Wonder Woman and Steve Trevor. The two of them are it's just pure human emotion between them. Chris Pine did a brilliant role in this movie. He was the love interest, but he was way more than that. He exposed her to humanity. Because she was very naive at the beginning of the movie, Diana, of course. She grew up in Themyscira with just women. She never saw a male before in her life. Yeah, of course she read textbooks. Well, not textbooks, books about humanity. But just like with any subject, go to university. Read a textbook. Yeah, you'll know the theoretical workings, but when you get into the lab, it's going to be much different. Because that's real-life application. And same goes with Diana. She's very naive at first, and Gal Gadot portrays the naivety beautifully. You guys will find it charming and I don't even have words to describe it. But he exposes her to humanity and shows her every side of humanity, the dark side within us, the light side within us, and yeah, he just shows her the light, and I really enjoyed the two of them talking and interacting with each other. And due to the chemistry between Gal Gadot and Chris Pine, I was invested in these two characters. And when the third act finally came, it wasn't just a scenario of just a bunch of fighting and blah 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 like in any big blockbuster movie. You're actually invested in these characters and you care what happened. It's not just some movie where you're just plucking popcorn in your mouth. It's you will care for these characters, and that's why the third act is so meaningful. It was very meaningful to me, and I just have to give props to Patty Jenkins. She has what's her last film? Monsters, I believe that was released in 2002, and what she delivered in this movie is just phenomenal. First of all, Wonder Woman never had a theatrical adaptation, so her portraying Wonder Woman for the first time and in such a brilliant way and defeating all expectations. I mean, just look at the publicity that was out before the film even released. Everyone was betting on this movie to be bad, since critics didn't enjoy Man of Steel, critics didn't enjoy Batman vs. Superman, nor did they enjoy Suicide Squad. Everything was on the line for Warner Brothers with the DC Extended Universe. And, well, what can I say? Wonder Woman delivered. And it's all thanks to Patty Jenkins, Gal Gadot, and Chris Pine. The two leads and the director. Man, this movie would be nothing without them, and what they brought to the table was just a breath of fresh air into the DC Extended Universe and into superhero movies in general. With late releases, I've definitely seen a problem between emotion and depth and characters in comic book movies as of late. They've been enjoyable, there's been action, there's been set pieces, bunch of stuff blowing up. Yeah, you leave the movie and you just forget about it. But with this one, it leaves an impact. And I can't give props to Patty Jenkins. I can give much more props to Patty Jenkins. She delivered a phenomenal movie. And it's not just one of the best superhero movies I've ever seen. It's one of the best movies in general I've ever seen. That's how much I enjoyed it. Okay, let's get to the action. Since it's a comic book movie, there's a lot of action. This movie doesn't shy away from showing you dead people. It shows you... It's a very anti-war movie. It truly embraces the message that love will be dominant over any force of evil. And the message is very beautiful, but it doesn't shy away from showing you the horrors of war. There's people without limbs. It shows you what mustard gas did to people. It shows you how backstabbing humans were and how spies operated. It doesn't shy away from showing you the bad sides of humanity, but it's complemented by Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman that shows you the light side of humanity and how there will always be that balance between good and evil, but we must always strive for the light. And the action sequences, they did not disappoint. There's one in particular, I think you guys have seen this in the trailer, when she starts going up the ladder to go into No Man's Land. That scene, I think that's one of the best. I don't know, I have to go watch it one more time, but that was one of the best action sequences I've seen in a film in the last 5 years, maybe. With the music cues, it's just splendid. Honestly, it's hit hard. It hit hard. I even had shivers going down my spine. That's how good it was. And you know, another positive of the film is that it has an overall positive impact on your life. You won't just walk out of this film thinking, oh, it's another blockbuster, okay, I had fun with it. I honestly think that the film ingrains a message within every viewer that love is the cure to every evil. And although humans will never be perfect, we can always strive for delight. And that's just a brilliant message, and it really left a lasting impact on me, personally. Another positive of the film is that, although it's part of a larger universe, the DC Extended Universe, it's a standalone film. and it might be that it takes place in the past, that it's a period piece, but lately with the Marvel films and even Batman vs Superman, they feel like they cram stuff in to make the viewer realize that the film is in the larger universe. But this film, yeah, there's one particular reference to the broad DC extended universe, but it's very subtle, and it it doesn't take this attention away from Wonder Woman, and that's the key since it's a Wonder Woman movie. Like, I'm really worried about Spider-Man: Homecoming, that in every piece of marketing material that we've seen, it's always Tony Stark, and the title of the film is Spider-Man: Homecoming, and I don't want Tony Stark to be in half of the movie and take attention away from Tom Holland's Spider-Man, who's the main attraction of the film. And well, Wonder Woman handled this problem brilliantly. It wasn't a problem actually. It was really enjoyable, the little reference it had. And also another positive is that it elevates Batman vs Superman. If you watch this film and watch Batman vs Superman right afterwards, you will enjoy that film much more, I think, personally. I think, well, like, we didn't know anything about Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman at all in the film. She arrives and she's very somber and methodical, and not as positive as we think Diana should be. And, well, this film really explains it. It really does explain it, and now I know why Diana acted the way she did in the film. Okay, on to the negatives. I thought the villains were a bit over the top, honestly. The primary villains are Dr. Poison and Lieutenant Hinderhoff. Both of them, I don't know, I felt like they're in a different movie than the one I was watching. Like, they just didn't seem realistic at all. The way they acted, they were over the top, just overbaked in a way. I didn't really enjoy them, but there's one particular scene with Dr. Poison towards the end of the film that made her character worthwhile. That one scene justified her, and you know, I was complaining the whole movie about her. I was just thinking, like, she's a complete waste, and just, but when I saw that one scene, I said, okay, with that scene, I'm alright with her being in the movie, because that scene really delivered and was really effective, and so I guess it justified her being in the film. The third act fight scene, I mean, I'll kind of equate just the choreography and the visuals to something like Suicide Squad. It's like two gods just fighting each other. There's a lot of like buildings breaking, concrete being destroyed, tanks being thrown. But what elevates the scene is that you care about the characters. In a film like Suicide Squad or I can't think of any off the top of my head, but just lately in superhero films or just big blockbusters in general, yeah, there's big fights at the end and things that happen, but you really don't care about the characters. You're just there for the action, and that's all. Just for the set pieces, just to have big visuals in front of you on the silver screen. With this one, yeah, they weren't all that unique or different than what we've seen, but it was just more meaningful since we cared about the characters. And again, props to Patty Jenkins for creating such brilliant characters. I thought they could have developed and discussed the lore of the Amazons and Themyscira a bit more, but what I've seen from the Justice League trailers and what I've read, we'll see Amazons in the first 20 minutes of the film. Apparently there's this huge prologue sequence that will occur that will focus on when Darkseid and the Parademons first arrived on Earth, and apparently the Amazons are a big part of that scene, so maybe we'll get more information then, who knows. And overall, after that, not that many negatives. I mean, the film is just splendid and it's a thrill. You're gonna enjoy it, you're gonna laugh. You're gonna smile. You're gonna cry. You're gonna have shivers go down your spine. You're gonna root for Diana. You're gonna root against the bad guys. Every emotion possible you'll feel in this film. So, with the rating, I give this film 4.5 out of 5 lasso of truths. Overall, really enjoyed the film, left an emotional impact on me, and I will definitely purchase it on Blu-ray. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you liked it, please like the video and leave a comment below. Also, if you guys want me to do a spoiler talk where I discuss the spoilers of the film and talk about its implications for Justice League, please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to do a video like that. Tell me if you guys are interested. With that, thank you. Their boss out.